This doesn't feel right at all.
There's no entertainment value in helping people.
Promise him 2 beers, no more than 2. My pronouns are His Holiness and Her Majesty.
I envy you in your ignorance.
Now we're back once again.
Hola.
Hola. Hello. Thanks for tuning in once again. This is All Over the Place with Corey and Sean. And I think today we're going to discuss some of the lesser elements of Hollywood and maybe some of their falls from grace, if you will. You know, a lot of them that were famous and they just can't seem to keep themselves out of trouble, or they do dumb shit altogether. We can just we can discuss that. Who wants to start this fucking shitball rolling?
Well, we got Ellen Page Elliot.
Well, yeah, Sean was talking about Elliot Page, and you know I can't go into a conversation without this without bringing up fucking the Jussie Smollett shit.
Juicy
You
Smollett.
were fucking Jussie Smollett?
No, I was not.
That's a good story, anyway.
It would be, yeah.
What about
And about as
Jessica
believable.
Smollett?
Who?
What if Jesse transitioned and was Jessica now?
It's
It
still
wasn't
gay.
Jesse, it was Jussie. It's like it was
Juicy.
weird.
What if it was Jessica?
Jessica? Jessica doesn't sound hot.
No.
Like,
you
she
go.
sounds like an unenthusiastic hand job
Yeah.
giver.
You can tell the whole time she's just going, finish, you asshole. Like
Yeah, she's just really going through the motions. There's no real feeling in it.
yeah. But in situations like that, the best course of action is just to finish quickly and hope you can maybe finagle half your money back.
Yeah. Good luck. Well, with that, yeah, you said let's hear this Elliot Page story, because honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know Elliot Page was a thing, other than he used to be he was once playing a pregnant girl in a movie.
Juno.
Yeah. What's he up to now?
So apparently, trying to sell a book. And they were like, well, what's a good way to sell a book? I know. I'll go ahead and make up some crazy thing to get me into the news cycle.
Well, like
So-
essentially fake a hate crime like old Smollett.
Yeah. So they were going into a hotel, and allegedly, while they were going into their hotel, some random person came up and was like, I'm going to effing gay bash you, and then called them.
They probably didn't say effing, did they?
No, but I'm trying to make less work for Shane because he already has to edit the following episode.
I'm not
so-
cutting out fuck.
Yeah. He doesn't fucking bleep everything.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He doesn't effing bleep everything.
Oh.
You can say fucking.
Oh, well, they said, I'm going to fucking gay bash you, faggot.
He's not editing out.
I probably will
And then-
edit out fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, my brain just edited the whole sentence since I was like, I'm going to edit out that. But
okay.
He's not
that's
doing
what they-
that, you see.
But okay, so I'm trying to wrap my head around this. According to Mr. Page, they said, I'm going to gay bash you faggot. Okay, tell me this. If a woman transitions to a man and is into gays, is into men, is she still? Does that count as gay? Because I mean, technically, she's a biological woman.
No,
Well, here's the
seeking out men.
She was when she was Ellen Page, she came out as gay. Like she liked women.
So now she's a guy that likes women. That's what I'm asking. Is what is Elliot into?
Well, you know that she's actually still just a woman because A, can't make up her mind about what she wants.
Yeah, it's true.
And B, when somebody screams, I'm going to fucking gay bash you, faggot, instead of being like, what the fuck did you say to me? And going off on them, they cowered in fear and ran into the hotel seeking help.
Let's put it in a book. Well, that's it. It's like, why would they say gay bash you faggot if it's a woman or if it's a male who now likes women? I mean,
Well, also it's in Los Angeles.
again, yeah,
An extremely liberal,
area, yeah.
very friendly to the everyone's homosexual orientation.
To be fair,
Vanilla
They're
or
accepting,
crazy.
Yeah, they're
Devil's
accepting of all of them.
devil's
I don't
advocate.
understand why
here.
that's even noteworthy if someone
I completely agree.
Because
said
if it was
something.
They just
Somebody
yelled.
cat called you.
Like,
Like,
that's
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Somebody cat called you, not in that, good way that gives you confidence.
were we not
So-
raised? Did you ever hear the sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me?
no,
Did
words
you
are
ever hear that?
violence now.
Yeah.
That's it. Words are not fucking violence. Violence is violence.
Yes.
It's like, well, I mean, this is ridiculous because I'm with you. It's like this somebody yelling that shit in L.A. It's like highly unlikely.
It's about as likely as a man walking down the street and two white men throwing a noose over your neck and pouring bleach all over you, saying this is MAGA
Yeah.
country in downtown Chicago.
yes,
it's 3
yeah.
a.m.
3 a.m. on a snowy Chicago morning. Like everything about the Jussie Smollett thing was ridiculous from the start. And
Hey, he's extra. What can you say?
Yeah, but like that right there. He's like, yeah, two white guys in MAGA hats jumped me and poured bleach on me and had
That's a
noose.
little
And I'm like,
redundant. And if two white guys jumped you in a racial thing, obviously they're wearing MAGA hats.
yeah.
But then also, I loved it that when the police showed up, he still had the noose around his neck.
Well, that's
And,
it.
like-
It's like, okay, you're telling me two
It's
guys,
theater.
like two random fucking white guys, were walking in downtown Chicago
At 3 a.m.
carrying a noose and a jug of bleach.
And they just happened to find you.
That's it. They happen to find you coming out of a subway. Nothing about that ever made fucking sense. And actually, I knew the first interview I saw him when he was like, I just wish somebody had got it on video so they would know that I fought back. And I'm like, you fought back from what? Exactly. Well, they're pouring bleach. That's not something you fight back from.
See, that's one of the situations where I wish I was like a news reporter or something, because I'd come up with my mic and be like, "So what happened?" They say, "Well, yeah, nobody cares," and turn around and walk away.
Like that's it. It's like,
That's a dumb story. Who
Well,
cares?
but
That's the sad part is that a bunch of people did care.
that's too
And
many
it's-
fucking people cared about that nonsense.
It's not the sad part isn't that like people cared, because if you're just some random person and some guy's like, I've been attacked, you're like, oh well, I care, let me hear what your story's about. The sad part is that it's like they didn't care because he was supposedly attacked. They cared just because it's like, oh, celebrity.
Well, that's it. And the whole fucking story was the dumbest, most ridiculous bag of horse shit I've ever heard.
It was stereotypical.
like that's it.
No, it was beyond
Like, that's it.
stereotypical.
Everything about
So
it
like
was the
saying,
fucking
an
stupid
Asian
shit.
guy jumped out and kung fu kicked
And
me.
threw
Like-
rice in my face.
Like,
He
it
threw
would
rice
be-
in my face and stabbed me with chopsticks.
and asked me if I wanted Tuesday's special. Like,
Threw rice at me, and then while I was blinded, he went in and fixed my phone.
and then stabbed me with his buck teeth.
and then he
See, it
says,
would-
"Chairman Mao, give his regards."
It would be stereotypical if he was in like Georgia and it happened during a time when people would be like, I think Jussie Smollett's gonna be out today, I'm gonna go look for him. But when it's in Chicago, it's 3 a.m.
I don't know about Atlanta. I don't know about Georgia. You do know that
Georgia's,
That's-
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's stereotypical.
if it's Arkansas or Alabama,
Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, yeah, those for sure.
yeah. Well, not
but,
Mississippi.
But it's like you
Or
were
East
saying,
Bank.
Elm Street on East Bank.
The guy was wearing glasses and had a beard, and he kept screaming about the Jews.
And he said his cats kept telling me, they're telling me, hit me more, hit me more. But yeah,
That would be believable.
like
Yes.
that's the whole fucking thing. It's like the whole Smollett thing, just like this Page thing. There is zero believability in all this. But with the Smollett thing, you got it's such a fucking stupid story that it could never even be plausible. Yet Vice President Kamala is comforting his family to get him through this fucking.
You know what?
I'm like, get him through what?
And then they found the people who did it, and they were two giant
Two
Nigerians.
very big black guys. Like, yeah, he paid us to do it. We honestly just thought he just made it all up. We didn't know he had to fake it.
Yeah, all he had to do was just put a noose on his neck, pour some bleach on
Like
himself.
that's it. He could have saved himself a lot of money just by lying. It's like he did not have to fake the
And
whole
not to
thing.
mention, they wouldn't have been able to find them later and been like, "Hey, tell us what happened." And they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, that's it.
the
You
way
want
they-
somebody who can corroborate your phony hoax.
Oh no, the way they found him was his bank account. He had like a $10,000 withdrawal that they didn't know where it came from or something. And he had written a check to the guys.
And he put it in the memo line, Oaks,
fake hate crime.
The part that
to buy
confuses
white
me
face.
about the Elliot Page story, though, is that you have all of that, but then randomly tagged on to the end of it is where she's talking about the fact that it's like, you know what?
I'm sorry, it's a he, dipshit.
We already discussed why she's a woman.
It's a she. That just
But
biological.
randomly
we're all
tagged
about
on,
facts, remember? Facts are facts.
Factually accurate.
randomly
information.
tagged on to the end is her coming out and being like, this is why we need the ability to own guns. And I'm just
Him
like,
coming out.
Wait, he said Elliot Page said that?
they said, I understand my privilege
They
that
don't let
I can
trans people have
afford.
guns? They don't let trans people have guns?
Yeah, what
In Los Angeles? No, you're not
Los
carrying a gun.
Angeles does not
Well,
care about
no, no,
you.
no, no,
I thought
no.
it was okay to
No,
be
no.
trans.
You can carry one illegal. Everybody's got one illegally, but legally, no.
Illegally.
Los Angeles does not let you carry a gun.
Well,
No.
okay.
California in general, no.
You know what? I'm going to ignore the whole gun argument in this, and let's just
I
talk
was just
about what she fucking said.
She said,
A guy yelled a dirty word at him, or her.
Shim.
A person
Shimself.
yelled a dirty word at Shim, and he feels that is grounds to fucking shoot this person. It's like
well, they don't even say
they,
that.
they think that is basis.
They don't even say.
Was she wearing a MAGA hat?
See, this is the thing though. They don't say that it's like, oh, I wanted to shoot him. They should have been shot. It was just a thing where it's like, and why I say that it's like they're just a biological woman because they are.
Yes, they
is
are.
that they're like, I was afraid and I didn't have anything to defend myself with because I am weak.
Yeah, in that
Why would
vein.
that scare you?
Well, but okay,
Because
let's-
you're a woman.
I mean,
Let's
Look,
go to
look.
what Elliot said. It's like, this is why we should have guns. And I'm like, what would your intent be with that gun? How would you use it? Would you just brandish it and chase him off?
Well,
or
here-
would you actually shoot
Well,
the
that's
motherfucker?
how
Wait a
much.
minute, here's-
That's why I don't own them anymore. I would shoot too many people.
That's why I'm-
for
well-
very trivial stuff.
But that's why most. That's actually what happens most of the time.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that they weren't even saying, I need a gun. They were just talking about,
Like
in
a
general.
blanket statement.
Well-
They admitted, they're like, I have privilege. I can afford safe hotels, and I can afford security.
but you peasants need to shoot each other.
Yeah.
No. Okay. In the vein, say this situation is real. You know what? I'm going to back up Elliot Page here. In that vein, if somebody did in fact come up, say, even if it's from a distance, did Elliot Page explain how far the person was from Shim?
Across the room.
Well,
I don't know.
do you know?
Yeah,
like,
we get your facts
were,
straight.
were they across the street?
We're
I-
all about the facts.
I'm
But
not going to enable
if
you.
somebody ran up and I was in earshot and I knew specifically they were, because that's the thing in LA. There's so many tent cities and homeless people. How does Elliot even know they were talking about Shim?
That's a very good point.
But in that vein, yes. If somebody said specifically to me, "I'm going to because fag bash you," traditionally, someone saying "I'm going to fag bash you" has never led to them selling them cookies. Usually.
No.
Here's the thing. I was on Xbox Live in the early 2010s.
Sure.
People don't... gay bash isn't a word that people use. If they used it, they would have used it then. Because they used a lot of other stuff then, too.
We used to remember smear the quarter,
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, that was funny.
But that was just funny. You just
that was kids being kids.
yeah, you just found the weakest kid in your group and you just
You just pummel them.
you pushed him down and kicked
That was back in the day where if you're censoring a sentence,
Darwinism
you
at its
don't
best.
you don't say
Only the strong survive.
if you were censoring a sentence, you didn't say I'm gonna fucking gay bash you. You were like, I'm going to gay bash you.
Sure.
Times have changed.
Well, but to be fair, I mean, how many times have you ever heard anybody say, I'm going to gay bash you as, like, the verb?
Yeah.
It's like, that's usually...
That's why I'm like, it
it's
doesn't make
gay
sense.
bashing
It
is a thing. It's like, I'm going to gay bash you. It'd be like... Well,
It's the same thing as like, this is MAGA country. That's what I'm saying.
It
That's
is.
the same.
It is. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
especially downtown Chicago at 3 in the morning is not MAGA country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Chicago at any point in time isn't MAGA country.
Yeah. Not very many of those neighborhoods are going to qualify as the whitest neighborhood.
No. And usually they have a lot of free clinics.
And free stands with cell phones.
And a whole lot of liquor stores. But my point was just that if, like, I will see Elliot's point in
You're
that,
like, I will
yes.
go ahead and take her point in
In that-
order to push the gun rights point.
That's very much a devil's advocate thing.
No, I am very pro gun, but also I feel that even people in California, they deserve self defense. Now, no, is that in and of itself just somebody yelling at you? No, that's not a shootable offense. But
That damn well should be.
If-
What if they were saying mean words?
But if-
I mean, we know for a fact mean words can get you fired.
if
Or
this
at the very least, not get you promoted.
But if this particular person, say they had chased Elliot, had chased Shim into the hotel with a weapon or whatever, then yes, that would have been a self-defense situation. I'm only in it saying that, yes, the average person, average, sober, sane, moral, law-abiding person, yes, they should be able to carry a gun. Because, again, LA's full of homeless people in tent cities. Like,
Yeah. But maybe this
That need
person,
hunted.
and the police are not going to help you. So.
well, that's maybe this person who chased Elliot Page was just an overzealous X-Men fan, and he was just reenacting the Juggernaut scene, and he just misread Juggernaut's energy.
That's true.
I don't think so. I think he had Juggernaut's energy on point, if that were the case.
I'm talking about what was driving Juggernaut, not just for villainy. Maybe he was like, I'm Juggernaut. I hate gay people, or at least trans people, because I mean the whole gay trans dynamic thing is really confusing to me at best. It's like she outed herself.
What is it
She
at
was-
worst?
Well, like it's goddamn mind-boggling. But it's like she outed herself as liking women when she was a woman, and if she's into men now, it's like she is fucking 2 steps away from goddamn Mr. Garrison on South Park.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a woman now and I like fucking women. Or I'm a man, I'm gay. Get that shit squared away before you chop your dick off any day of the week.
Well, they don't got a dick to chop off, so they're
Yeah.
safe.
No,
That's
have
it.
you not-
Okay, I'm sorry. Before they make one out of your goddamn ear.
No, it's not out of your ear. They literally they take your flesh around here and then like roll it up into a fucking empanada.
The whole thing is, though, I kind of like my.
And s-
Well,
sew
didn't
it-
they just bring back the lava sauce at Taco Bell? So maybe.
fucking
If that's what they do, just think how cool that dick would look.
But
You just gotta get an
actually
extra-
go through getting your dick tattooed.
Like, fuck yeah, I don't even have to get there. Oh shit!
You gonna get a second one now? Be like, honey, come here.
Oh no, there's all.
Screw that! I'll sell that to one of them.
I saw a whole bunch
Like,
of.
hey, you want some forearm meat this colorful?
I know I saw a video on how because some girl was posting her journey and it was showing like how her arm was healing because they literally cut all the flesh off of your arm and then they take skin grafts from your hips to put back on your arm and then they like roll this up.
Why wouldn't they just take the screen grab from
That's
your
it.
hip to make the...
What? Yeah. Why not skip a step and just take the hip meat?
I guess I don't know.
Because it's women wanting it done, so they have to do it the most complicated way they can find.
That's true. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of logic or reason there.
I have figured it all out.
It's like you can either have all that or you can go to a real therapist.
I
Yes.
think of a man, and then I take out reason and accountability. Jack
And
Nicholson.
also entitlement.
Well, yeah, but I'm with Shane. It's like, why not just skip the fucking forearm altogether? And cut off the section of your hip.
I don't know. And then
Well,
also,
why don't they do it? I'm no medical expert, so my doctorism here is not going to be factually accurate. But like
Say it.
totally
Then you probably shouldn't say
factually
it.
accurate
if they
information.
split the dick down the middle and fold it inside, couldn't they take the woman parts and pull them out? and sew
Unfold
in?
them?
I
Well,
don't-
that's implying that there's a dick split in half.
No, I mean
folded
that's
up into every woman.
that's
Well, now think
that's how
about it.
they
The
make a
uterus.
fake vagina.
Yeah,
is
I know.
The
you
uterus
banana
is
split
already
you and then
split
tuck
up.
it back in and.
Well, that's it.
You
We
just
had-
unsplit
you
it
just
and
pull
pop it
all
out.
that shit out and then.
well, that's it. We had the
You wrap
extra
rubber
flash.
band around it.
Are you seriously advocating for people for women to have their uteruses pulled out and
It makes just as much sense as the other stuff they're
well,
doing.
it does.
Say that? Yeah, that's right. I mean,
But
one sounds just as fucking horrific as the other.
yeah, but the uterus goes up halfway up her midsection.
Well, they're not going to pull it all out.
I guess
There's
it
nothing
would-
to make
I
a
guess
dick with.
they would also
unless
have
they
to
really
tat-
just want the.
They would
fucking-
also have to tattoo their skin black
just
too.
as a throwback. That sounds like a sucks to be them problem. Like, I don't care how high it goes. If you want to fucking go through it, commit.
Sure.
Hey, you know what? If you have one that goes up that far, you're probably just going to be able to be like, hey, look, dick pic. And then
well-
other women going to be like, you know what?
But it's
I'm
like,
down.
why
But if-
not just okay? Like you pull the neck out of a fucking turkey every Thanksgiving. You're not going to use it for anything else. At least use it for the fucking basic shit.
Why don't they just use
think-
cow udders?
Cow udders.
Yeah.
I think they usually have to take it off stuff that's like already alive, which I guess you could just have like turkeys in the back of the hospital just on call for like,
They're frozen.
we got a dick surgery.
Like somebody flashing a pecker out of this.
But if
Just
you,
leave the head on too.
but the internet
Gobble,
takes you.
gobble, motherfuckers.
You ever seen one with a beak?
Whoa!
But
Hey, don't turkeys have the?
My pecker can really.
that's how
peck.
they. But that's how they make labias. They'll have to use that for labias.
Ew.
But no,
It's like
but
Thanksgiving.
if you ever see a picture of one that has been artificially created from like the forearm, like it's horrific,
Oh, I guarantee it.
and the internet takes you to dark places late at night.
I
it's
have,
like-
I have a real naturally grown, born with penis, and it's horrific.
But it literally it
They're
does.
not pretty
It looks
things.
like a fucking
Yeah.
burrito. Like it's sewn up the middle. Like it looks like Frankenstein's dick. Like it's absolutely horrific. And it literally
Real
On the doctor or the monster?
the monster. But but it's literally just sewn over top of the vagina, and it's like it has no use. It
You
can't,
get some English major that's like, the dick was actually the monster.
It's
they
much
can-
like Sean's. It's just for decoration.
Oh no, they can pay extra money to have a tube inserted where they can pump it up, but it has no feeling in it. There's
No, okay. How does it?
Why
How does the
bother?
pump work? Do you do it with your hand, or can you just
no, you have to like
your legs together?
It's like a fucking
Well, they should
blood pressure
They should
cuff.
fashion a scrotum and put the pump in that.
In the balls.
Be like
Like a
the old
blood
fucking
pressure cuff.
no, the old fucking high tops. Just
No, fuck that. Run a tube up the side of your torso so you can do it with your armpit.
Hold on, baby. We're gonna fuck. Let me do some armpit farts real quick.
right before you have sex, you turn on a chicken dance. Hold on.
If that don't get you in the mood, you know we're using redneck accents with that. I would. I'm assuming you probably don't see too many of that reconstructed dicks on rednecks, but
Yeah, and you also don't see a whole lot of gender, identity disorders in places like fucking North Korea and Zimbabwe. And,
Well, no, they murder them immediately.
yeah, they do.
yeah.
Well, it's like no, seriously.
There was some African country recently that was like, you know what? We see what's going on in America. Homosexuality is illegal.
Well, that's with Middle Eastern countries. At a old job I had, I went and saw there was a Middle Eastern doctor, and we got to discussing people with mental disabilities and things like that. And I asked him, I was like, well, what, because he was being kind of shrugging everything off like he's indifferent. And I was like, well, what do you guys do with people like that, over Iraq, place like that? He goes, we do not have people like that. And at first I was like, Yeah, you do. But then I start thinking, I was like, oh, wait. Yeah.
Then you were like, my man.
That's because they killed them.
This right here is a very fucking, like, that's one of those points that's really why I get so goddamn mad at some of their demonstrations here, is because they think they have it fucking horrible in this country.
They think there's a trans genocide here. It's like, buddy,
that's
buddy,
it.
you're marching in the street right now.
They think we make fun of them. Oh, they're hateful, and they're going to cause the just the worst fucking parts of society. Other societies, if you look like me and you say I identify as a woman, bang.
Oh no,
If you think that enrages you, try being a liberal to where now all you're associated with is all of that shit.
I feel for
Now you-
It's fucking horrible.
Now
It's
you
your
know
own
how
goddamn
conservatives
fault.
with common sense
Hey,
feel.
you allowed it.
That's not a thing.
You allowed it.
I didn't allow it.
No, you did.
Nah.
I actually
Hey,
do it.
That's the whole thing.
That's what.
I'm still fucking petting the bird that landed on Bernie's podium, and I'm like, "Hey guys, healthcare, education. Shut up, we're doing pronouns now." It's like, no, we still got this.
No,
stuff.
if the political system's taught me anything, it's that you have to agree 100% with your affiliated party or you're
I'm not
you're a
affiliated with a
grifter.
party. I'm similar to a party.
No, you're a
That's-
grifter.
Like that's it.
He's grifting.
You identify as a bleeding heart liberal, yet me and you agree on a lot of
Oh, yeah.
especially this. It's like you talk like you're just like me, and it's like guns. You're not against guns. I
No,
mean, you don't have the fucking.
I'm all for guns. I just think they should be hard to get, and there should be a little vetting process.
Well, there is a
vetting process.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine with the vetting process and all that shit. It's just don't make it to where only the bad people who don't care about the process have the guns. So, but
Sell me a shotgun in the Quincy Kroger.
Yes.
Not Kroger. It doesn't exist anymore. They got rid of that.
But,
I meant the Walmart.
no,
but they
but-
never. Quincy Walmart never has what I need.
Sean, they do one slight inquiry. They will not sell you a shotgun anywhere in the world.
that's what I was gonna say.
No. You see, you have to do extra looking. The stuff that's
were
going to
you
get.
wearing your robe or your uniform?
Well,
with the
that's what I was gonna
armband?
say. Anybody not
I
selling
looked
him
for
a
those.
gun?
You can't get them.
Like, that's
I was going to
anybody-
get one for the show.
Yeah, anybody not selling him a gun is not a bad vetting process. It's just profiling.
No, it's one of those things. All the questions that they're going to ask me on that, none of those are going to sound alarms.
No,
They're not going to watch. They're not going to watch the podcast. They're going to be like, "Do you have any podcasts you've been on?" It's like, actually, yeah, I've got this one. Here you
like,
go.
yeah.
I just hope they throw a 4473
They're
in
going to
front
be
of
like,
you.
"Have you been like? Do you have any felonies?" I'm gonna be like, "No."
No felonies.
Not that I've been convicted of.
I just want to see.
It's like all you have here is for a speeding ticket. Okay, yeah, here you go. And
Speaking
then
of speeding tickets.
Yeah, we heard you had some trouble with the law.
Oh no, that wasn't a speeding ticket.
That
But
was your tags were dead.
yeah, I straight up feel like that one. It wasn't even like I was just a random choice. He's like, "Oh man, I got 5 days till the end of the month. I haven't hit my quota yet," and just looks in the rearview mirror and he's like, "Oh, well, here's somebody. I'm gonna pull them over and see if they got anything." And
He
whoop de
looks
doo.
anti-Semitic.
He looks like.
And then he gets up and he's like, "Well, he can't be anti-Semitic. He hasn't paid his tags yet."
Oh yeah. They'll stingy with
he
money.
hasn't negotiated the price yet.
Exactly. He can't be anti-Semitic.
Yes, Officer Firestein. I will go get those tags fixed.
If I hadn't had to take my mandatory 50-click lunch, man wouldn't even been there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The FedEx, obviously.
Oh, they go on clicks too.
Yeah. I mean, most places go on clicks. When I worked at Lowe's, it was on a click-based system.
Oh, okay.
What's a click? I don't know what that means.
It's one of those things where it's like it's a group of people.
It's where they have
similar
100-minute
interests?
hours
Yeah.
That just sounds,
because their accountants are lazy.
Yeah.
they don't like to add or
They don't like to work on an actual.
Unlike the
human
trans
clock.
community, they don't like to convert.
that'll work, I guess. But
Okay.
we're here coming for your children.
Yeah, I'd still love to know what the hell that was all about. I saw that video.
Do we
too.
have time, or do we gotta wait?
We
till-
got. You know what? We've been going 29 and a half minutes. I say go for it. Fuck it.
Well, because it
What are we
was.
going for?
I don't know if we want to be fucking in this connotation.
I said,
I don't want to be
fuck
fucking you in any connotation.
There's no context where that'll
Sorry.
be acceptable. So, yeah, if you want to bring that up, I'm fine with it. I mean, it works. I mean, hell, it's not like we don't go off the rails every other fucking episode. Might as well toss it in there.
We've gone off the rails 5 minutes into this episode.
I would-
We're supposed to be talking about
We grabbed the
celebrities.
third rail.
I would say
just went-
No,
I would say we made it
we
12
started
minutes.
The wheels.
with talking about celebrities going off the rails, and you decided to pick the one celebrity that it's like we're just gonna go off on this one.
Well, actually, it was the two of you. Because
Well, yeah, but I expected to be talking
Juicy
about it
Smollett
later.
and
Juicy Smollett and
Elliot
Ellen
Ness.
Page.
Page.
Yeah,
Not
I
Ness.
expected to be talking about him later in the episode because I knew that as soon as we started, we were just gonna go.
Well, that's why we're fine
crazy.
with it.
I have a question that none of us are qualified for, so we need some of the
That really is a broad paintbrush you're using there.
we need some of the alphabet soup to answer this one. Okay, let's say like Elliot Page, I would have had intercourse with Ellen Page. Now, Elliot Page is a man but has a vagina. So would it be gay if you wanted to have sex with Elliot Page, but it's a vagina you're going for?
Huh.
No.
Does he still have boobs?
No.
It's only gay if it's in your.
No,
if it's delusion.
they got them cut off actually. So
They didn't. She didn't have much to begin with, but yeah, you know.
But is it only gay if there's a penis involved?
Yes.
Or
she just
Look.
looks like
Look, you can work with wood your entire life and never be a
If you're gonna have sex
carpenter.
with a flat-chested, short-haired woman,
you may as well just be having sex with a guy.
And to
Not
be fair,
really.
he doesn't look like a very guy.
No.
Like, he's still very feminine in his
a little
features.
twinkie.
Looks kind of like
But look,
looks kind of like
but
the,
Shane, to answer your
No, like,
question,
how do they identify themselves if they're having, if they want to have sex with a trans person, like
strap-ons.
That's what I was saying. It's like you're straddling Mr. Garrison here,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, I'm a female and I'm gay.
I'm just horny
now I'm
and
a
want to
male.
fuck someone.
Well, okay.
It is Mr. Garrett. Like it's not like Mr. Garrison. It is Mr. Garrison.
Because it's like, okay, you're a female and you date females. If you transition, are you obligated to start liking males, or do you like females now?
None of it makes sense. It's whatever.
that's it.
It's
they
what
found the cure for gayness.
it's just. They make it.
Found a loophole.
Transgenderism
They
cures gayness.
just make it so convoluted and just all over the fucking place.
Do you know
that you
what
don't know where in the
the-
hell you're at?
You know what the best part about it is, though, is that depending on how old
taste.
how old the trans person that you're talking to is depends on what their opinion is of it. Because the older trans people are like, there are two genders. I'm trans because I'm in the wrong one.
Yeah.
And I need to go to
Which
the
is
other
perfectly
one.
acceptable.
And they are not trying to convince anybody that they are actually 100% a woman. Like they're not trying to get other people to believe that you can genuinely
And they're not trying to believe there's some fucking third and fourth and fifth genders.
fucking
Like,
pansexual.
well, you're one or
If
the
there
other.
aren't 10 million genders, how am I supposed to keep my internet security safe and have a good, strong password?
You're right. I'm sorry. This is for the password.
If we narrow it down to just two genders,
I have to have 5
the-
digits in my
the-
password. One of them has to be
the
capital.
odds of Sean getting laid by one of them decreases. So if there's many genders, then he has many options.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, I think that decreases it because it limits the pool. You're like, here are all these. It's like, we're not fucking guys. We're fucking women. But now we're going to take all the women and divide them into a bunch of other genders that I'm like, that's mentally ill people will just.
And we only, and they'll say, we will.
So we're weeding it down
we're
for you.
reading it down. It's like, bro, this is getting harder.
And then, because then
Boy, is
those,
it.
Now you have
It's
to admit whether
It's
or
a
not-
government conspiracy.
and those people's
That's why.
preferences will be just weirder because we're like, well, we only fuck women that have penises and no boobs, but then other ones they
We
say
like
we
store-bought
like boobs
penises.
but no penises, and before you know it, it just
Are you willing to go tip to tip with a turkey neck? No.
Is the head
It's
still
just
there?
like
I'm out.
But that's the thing.
got that
Actually,
too.
I think I'm checking out of this conversation.
But no, look.
I'm done.
At
Hey,
the,
hey, no. You know whether the head's gone or not because you check and you're like, hey, are you Jewish? Because they take that 10% off
Don't
the
you
top.
ask everyone that?
Nah, you just know. You just know.
Hey, that's usually his icebreaker. First thing is, are you Jewish? Like, I'm a dentist.
that's the first
So,
line on his
yeah.
fucking Tinder profile.
Like, sir, I'm just trying to check you out.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Would you like fries with that?
Are you Jewish?
Do we cut here?